Okay, well, as you can see by the title, this is a zombie apocalypse update. As everybody I'm sure has read in the news, it's getting pretty weird out there. I mean, it's getting insane. I mean, you had a whole bunch of weird stuff go down in Miami. They ended up with that Rudy Eugene guy, eating the other guy's face and not being responsive when cops were shooting him. They'll finally pull and put it in the back of his head. Then you had the guy in New Jersey, what was his name? Wayne Carter, sitting there like trying to gut himself, and he's flinging his guts and pieces of his flesh at the cops. They had to call in SWAT to subdue him, and the SWAT team had to be decontaminated before they left because they were covered from head to toe in blood. There was blood everywhere, and this guy somehow lived. Then you had a guy in Baltimore sat there and ate that Alexander guy sat there, ate his roommate's heart and brain, and then stored pieces away for later. And then let's see, we had a few more incidents here in Florida. We had that Brandon DeLeon guy who's sitting there barking at cops, trying to bite him, talking about he's going to eat him, ramming his head against the plexiglass, and then doesn't remember anything later because he was on the, like all the rest of them, he was under that bath salt stuff. then just 4 days ago here in Florida again, and matter of fact, North Miami, you have a guy, what was his name? Charles Baker, that's right, who goes to his girlfriend's house to see his kids under the influence of something. Let me guess what. Starts flipping out, and when another guy that lives there tries to subdue him, he actually bit a hunk out of this guy's arm. And then when the cops came in, they had trouble subduing him. When he takes a shot in the back of the brain, I'm not saying it is necessarily a zombie apocalypse, but when it's taking headshots to take people down, you might want to keep that option as a possible option. And so much so, I mean, here we got a map of all the zombie attacks in the last month. Notice how there's so many in Florida? Yeah, that's why we're nicknaming it now Zombieland. Okay, so if all these guys are taking this bath salt stuff, I mean, you got all these guys tried to eat another person, while this guy just tried to eat himself. But if all these guys are on bath salts, God, can you imagine what's going to happen when they find Calgon? Okay. Anyway, well, that's the news. Now the weather. All right. Well, the weather is going to be for tomorrow. It's going to be mostly cloudy with a good chance of zombies. Followed in the evening by an even better chance of Nazi zombies. But good, well, I guess kind of good news or kind of bad news. Unfortunately, tropical zombie Debbie here won't be coming to Florida. Alright, later.